Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to my channel. My name is Julie. Today on Yin Yoga and More, we're going to explore the throat chakra. The throat chakra is located, it's the fifth chakra, and it's located in the centre of the throat. And the colour of the throat chakra ranges from a very light blue, so imagine my walls, all the way through to a turquoise colour. So the throat chakra is very much about speaking your truth, your authenticity, and your ability to communicate clearly. So somebody with an underactive throat chakra would be quite shy and would struggle to communicate. On the other end of the scale, somebody with an overactive throat chakra would be quite arrogant, egotistical, and would struggle to listen because they would very much like the sound of their own voice. So today we're going to open and balance the throat chakra, enabling us to speak our truth with clarity. I have spoken to a lot of people who have suffered from abusive relationships, and the majority of those people didn't speak their truth until speaking to me. And a lot of people that have experienced abusive relationships usually have a throat chakra imbalance, usually underactive, and quite often don't speak their truth because they don't know if they don't always feel that people will believe them, and they don't always feel that people will listen. And I urge you, if this is you, to find someone to speak your truth to, whether that be a friend that you can trust, a family member that you can trust, or a counsellor. Because speaking your truth not only helps you to heal, but your story might be what somebody is waiting to hear. That story might allow them to leave an abusive relationship earlier, or just to say, me too. Yeah, me too. There are so many of us that have experienced this, and it's time that we start to speak up and we start to know that we need to be heard and that people will believe you. So we're just going to take a few minutes before the Yin Yoga practice just to connect with the throat chakra. We're going to use one chant of the throat chakra mantra to start to open and balance the throat chakra. And then we're going to do 5 rounds of deep breath, which again will start to open and balance the throat chakra. So the hand mudra for the throat chakra is interlock the fingers, bringing the thumbs to touch and bringing the hands into the belly. And if you'd like to close your eyes and feel, imagine or see a beautiful light blue light in the centre of your throat. And each time the breath passes the throat with an inhale and an exhale, feel that beautiful light growing stronger and more vibrant. We're now going to chant one round of the throat chakra mantra, which is HAM. So take a nice big inhale. Breathe normally just for a couple of rounds. And now we're just going to use the B breath, which, to use the B breath, you breathe in normally, and on the exhale you hum like a bee. So take a nice big inhale, and we're going to do 5 rounds of the B breath. So inhale, 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 last one, open the eyes, release the mudra. So we're now going to do a yin yoga practice to open and balance the throat chakra. So for today's practice, you're either going to need 2 blocks, a bolster, cushion, or 2 bed pillows. So bring your cushion of choice down onto the mat, and we're going to turn to the front of the mat. And whatever you choose, whether it's a bolster, a big cushion, or bed pillows, the end of the cushions need to come to the end of your shoulders, because as you recline back, as the shoulders support the body, you're going to slowly and mindfully take the head back. So slowly recline down, and then take the neck back as you bring the head toward the crown of the head towards the floor. And then if you want to add a hip stretch, bend the knees, bringing the feet flat on the floor, and then bring the soles of the feet together allowing the knees to fall out. And with the hands, either take the hands out to the side with the palms facing up, one on the abdomen, one on the belly, or one on the heart and one on the abdomen, whichever feels best for you. And just breathe. Use the hands either side of the thighs to push the legs together, and then use the elbows to push down into the floor as you slowly start to raise the head and come back up into a sitting position. Take the feet to the side as we come up onto the shins. And the next pose we're going to move into is rabbit pose. Now we're not going to be holding this for the full 3 minutes, but the rabbit pose is a wonderful pose to do for increasing blood flow to the thyroid and the head. But it's not a pose that should really be held for the full 3 minute duration. So if you like to hold on to the back of the heels as you start to come up and fold forward, bringing the head, the crown of the head, to the mat. So this pose creates a rush of blood to the thyroid and to the head. We're just going to be here for about 10 breaths. let go of the heels, place the hands either side of the shoulders and slowly come back down onto your shins and just sit here for a few breaths before we move again. Okay. So if you'd like to just place either 2 blocks, 2 couch cushions or 2 bed pillows within easy reach at the front of the mat. We're now going to come down into Sphinx pose. If you'd like to measure your arms to be shoulder distance apart by touching either elbow. And if this feels a little bit too intense of a back bend, then please just slide your arms further forward, which will reduce the back bend. Sphinx is a wonderful pose for not only the throat, but for the heart and for the kidneys. And then stack palm on palm as you bring the head down onto the back of your hands and just slowly start to move your hips from side to side in the sacral rock, just to let go of any tension in the lower back. And then come up onto your forearms, push up, slide the right arm under the left and come over onto your back. And we're now going to move into supported bridge pose. So for this you will need 2 bed pillows, 2 couch cushions or 2 blocks. Bend the knees, bringing the feet flat on the floor behind your bottom. And you're going to push up with the hips as you slide your 2 couch cushions, 2 blocks or 2 bed pillows under the hips. If you want a little bit more of a back bend, you can straighten the legs. And either take the arms out to the sides, place them on the hips or on the belly. If you straighten the legs, bend the knees, bringing the feet flat on the floor, and push down in the feet as you raise the hips, removing one block or one cushion or one big pillow, and then lowering the hips back down. As the next pose we're going to come into is waterfall. So slowly bend the knees, and then you're going to take the feet up to the ceiling, pointing up to the ceiling. As you extend the legs, if at any point it feels a little bit too much, just either bend the knees and just allow the feet to hang, or bring the feet back down to the floor. Take a few breaths and then take the legs back up. And then bend the knees, bringing the feet flat on the mat behind your bottom. Raise your hips and remove whichever prop you've used. And we're now going to come into the last pose, which is corpse pose. So take the feet out nice and wide, allowing the feet to fall out. And take the arms out to the side, palms facing up. And just imagine, feel or see that beautiful blue light, the centre of your throat. getting stronger and healthier. So this